my full recap and review on Sonus Music Festival in Croatia and if I think you should attend or not. I attended Sonus Music Festival in Croatia. It is a 5-day house and techno festival. This festival takes place every single year in August. The festival runs Sunday through Thursday. Technically Saturday. This could be a 6-day festival if you attend the pre-party. So it takes place like the second to last week of August every single year. It's been running for over 10 years. This is run very well. These dates this year were August 17th through August 22nd. The location of this festival is in Novalja, Croatia, which is about 3.5 hours from Split, Croatia. If you know what Split is, it's like one of the bigger cities in Croatia that a lot of travelers or people know more of. So 3.5 hours from Split. The venue that this takes place at is at Zrće Beach. I believe that's how you say it. I filmed a full venue tour on Zrće Beach and what the Sonus venue looks like. So go ahead and check that venue out because this is such a unique venue. I've never experienced anything like it. Just being along the water, absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. There are 2 types of tickets that you can get for Sonus, just like every other festival. You can get a GA or a VIP. I went the VIP route and I've already done a video breaking down the differences between GA and VIP. And if I think it's worth it for you to attend VIP, just a quick little summary, like I thought VIP was great, but I go into much more detail and show you what you get with a VIP ticket. So go ahead and check that video out. And that VIP ticket cost me $432. Accommodations for Sonus. So Sonus offers package options and already done a package video breakdown as well. So check that out. But so many different accommodations. If you want to go through Sonus, they provide hotels, hostels, apartments, things like that. So you could just go ahead and book your own. I went through the Sonus route and I stayed at the official Sonus hotel. And of course, I've already filmed a hotel tour of that as well because I loved my stay at that hotel. It was perfect for Sonus. Transportation. How do you get to and from the festival? I mentioned at the beginning of this video that Novalja is about 3.5 hours from Split. So if that's the airport you're flying into, you got to get down to Novalja somehow. So Sonus does offer airport transfers from Split and Zadar is an hour and a half away from Novalja. I did the airport transfer route because I wasn't going to pay for an Uber or rent a car to get me down there. So that's how I was able to get from the airport to Sonus. And then to get to and from the festival from my hotel, there is a festival shuttle, which is amazing as well. So these do cost money. The festival shuttle for 5 days cost me 53 USD, and the airport transfer cost me $179. It ended up being more than I originally planned because I ended up having to buy 3 airport transfers, and I break down this whole thing in my package explanation because some fortunate things occurred. Normally you would just only have to buy 2 airport transfers round trip because you got to get there and you got to get back, not 3, but in my case I had to buy 3. All right, now that the logistics of getting there and tickets and all that are out of the way, let's get into the fun stuff, the lineup. 5 days of house and techno music, or 6 if you go to the pre-party. Amazing. I'm a house and techno girly, so of course I needed to go and experience this. Like, I've been wanting to go to Sonus since 2022, and I finally made it happen in 2025, and some of my top artists were right off the bat, just up the front. Like, I'm gonna show you the lineup here. 3 of my top favorite artists were on this lineup. I love Adam Beyer, I love Art Bat, I love Adriatic, so right off the rip, I don't even need to read the rest of this list because my faves are already on here. I would say my favorite sets of the weekend were, Adam Beyer was my favorite set, just in general. But I had to split his set with my other fave, Art Bat. Both were taking place at 4 to 6 a.m. And so I started off with Adam Beyer and then I finished at Art Bat, which was amazing. Just seeing the sunrise at the Papaya stage and listening to some of my favorite songs, and then over just looking out and seeing the mountains in the background and seeing the water, just beautiful. Such a beautiful experience. I also had a lot of fun at Deborah DeLuca's set. We stayed there all the way to sunrise at the Noah stage. Like, that was amazing. She is such a good artist. I love her. And I also got on TikTok and I asked for a bunch of recommendations, and I'm so glad that I did, because yes, there were a lot of heavy hitters that I know and love, but this lineup was stacked. It was huge. And so I was like, I need to discover artists. And normally I do. I don't just stick to the people I want to see. When I'm actually at a festival, I will move around and I will pop into stages where I can hear the music that I like that sounds good. But I did want recommendations because there was just so many people that I never heard of before. And the TikTok community delivered. I was recommended Funk Tribute Back to Back Bad Boombox. Such a fun, upbeat, dancey set. Loved that recommendation so much. A few of the other recs that I really enjoyed were DJ Heartstring and Party Boy 69. Overall good sets. Just so glad to ask for recommendations, and I definitely want to do that moving forward with other festivals where I just don't know a lot of the lineup because I am missing out. The stages of Sonus. This is such a unique venue. Please go watch my venue tour for a full detailed explanation and breakdown of this venue and how the stages work, because they are clubs. These are clubs that you're going in and out of. It's not just like a stage. These are full on clubs. So the 4 stages / clubs of Sonus are Calypso, Papaya, Noah, and Aquarius. And they don't stick to specific types of music. Like one stage doesn't just play hard techno, or one stage doesn't play progressive house. These stages are mixed up. So I was bopping from all 4 of them pretty much the whole time that I was there. Very unique setup, again, because they're clubs. But I would say my 2 favorite club stages were, I loved Papaya and I really liked Noah. Aquarius was all right. And even though Calypso was pretty because it had like all of the foliage and stuff like that, like it just felt too small and it was just too crowded, and I just kind of had to stay off to the side in VIP the whole time. But the food. If you're not new to this, you know that I'm true to this, that I love festival food. I will always eat and I look forward to it. I eat every single day of the festival. I try new foods every day of the festival. Like I won't ever eat the same thing at a festival, even though I love it. So the food that I ate there, honestly, I had high hopes because I'm in Croatia. I'm in a different country, but it was like any other basic festival food. Of course, I had some really good things. Like I probably had the best, I ate a burger in there. Like that was probably the best festival burger I've ever had. So I give them that 10 out of 10 for that festival burger. I also had a kebab and that was pretty good too. But like the pizza, basic. I ate like these mozzarella sticks, just kind of basic. And the prices I'd say for the food were anywhere between 9 to 13 euros. So that's what, like 11 to 16 USD once you do the conversion. Maybe about the same price or a little bit cheaper than compared to US festivals. But yeah, the food was pretty good. Not the most extraordinary, but also not the worst either. So foods are right in my book. How was the weather? The weather was pretty damn good. This festival takes place in late August, like I mentioned. So in certain places of the world, that's pretty damn hot. But no, like it was pretty good. The festival does take place at night. Like I'd say maybe the earliest set goes on like at 5 p.m. and it ends at 6 a.m. So we were going in around sunset every day. So by that time, like it's already cool, the sun's gone. So if it was hot during the day, like we're not really experiencing any of that at nighttime. And it was, fairly breezy. You are along the water, so maybe that helped keep things cool. And it did rain one night, and that was not fun. I do not like the rain. I don't rave in the rain. Thankfully, I took an umbrella, so I did have a little bit of protection, but it did get kind of cold when it was raining. And the night that it rained, like it was just off and on. Like we left early that night. We tapped out around like 2 a.m. when we were staying till sunrise every day, but that was okay. Like there weren't a lot of people, heavy hitters that we were looking forward to seeing, so we were fine leaving. But that kind of sucked that there was a rainy day. And because of that, it also delayed the following day, but that's all right. So only rained one night and we left, no big deal. Cell service, this is something I always talk about as well, just because you never know how cell service is gonna work. But there were no issues. I was able to text my friends easily. I did post in real time quite a bit on TikTok or Instagram, and everything was fine, just going through without a problem. So no issues with cell service at all. And when I'm overseas or traveling internationally in general, like I just use my AT&T international plan. I don't use like an eSIM or anything like that. My AT&T international plan, I have to spend $12 a day. That shit does add up. I'm sure there are much more affordable options to be able to use data and all of that, but right, I don't have the patience to look into it at this point in time. So yeah, I just spend $12 a day to have an international phone plan. But yeah, no issues with cell service in the venue. What was the crowd like? This is a European festival. So what is a crowd made up of? Predominantly Europeans, not just Croatians. We met people from all over the place. Belgium, Hungary. We also did meet some people from the United States. I actually met people here in Austin, Texas. So that was pretty cool, meeting people from my own hometown. I love going to international festivals, just hearing all the different accents and just hearing where people are coming from. Met a lot of Italians, like you could just hear it in their voice too, but met a lot of Italians. And people just freak out when they realize like, oh, you came all the way over here just for this? Like, yeah, I've been wanting to come to this festival for years. Of course I came here just for this. I always make a trip out of it though. Like I didn't go to Croatia just for Sonus. Like I've always also wanted to go to Croatia, so we spent time outside of the festival there too, which was nice. Kind of like a mixed crowd. Like there were some younger people there, you could tell that they were 18, but there were also a lot of older people there too, which is what I like. Like I'm 35, I always appreciate a more older crowd because they're not getting rowdy or fucked up. And in general, just at international festivals, it's just a different vibe, I feel, than like American festivals. People aren't acting out too crazy, so I do appreciate that. Good vibes all around. We met a few people, we met some friends with people, and just no issues. What do people wear to Sonus? So again, I've already mentioned this. This is not my first international festival. And in general, people just dress completely different than American festivals. There really isn't like that over the top outfits or costumes that American ravers wear. It's a lot more basic, casual streetwear, if you will. So a lot of skirts and shorts, crop tops, tank tops, boots, sneakers, Converse. Like you're not gonna see people walking around in stompers. You're not gonna see people walking around with pasties and harnesses or bodysuits. There's no rave booty out, nothing like that. It's a lot more casual, kind of tame, more comfortable, if you will. So I'm a skirt and crop top and boot girly, so that's what I wore every day that I was there. Yes, the American rave wear is fun and it's nice to see all of the theatrics and group costumes and things like that, but it's just a whole different vibe international. Like I also like being able to kind of just be comfortable and take the pressure off of having this amazing over the top outfit like I would in America. No, none of that internationally, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Afters. This festival does technically have afters. The festival ends at 6 a.m. every day, and a few of the days there were afters that started at 6 and would end at 9 a.m. I didn't partake in any of that. Staying until 6 a.m. is already rough because think about it. If you stay till 6, you still have to get the shuttle back home to your hotel. We eat breakfast as soon as we get home, and then you still have to shower and get in bed and all that. So by the time you're actually getting into bed, it's like 8 a.m. I did not partake in any of the afters, but they are an option on some of the days if you choose to go. The dislikes of this festival. I had a few. My biggest dislike of the festival was the water situation. There is no water refill. It's pointless to take a hydration pack or a water bottle. Honestly, what I've noticed at international festivals, people don't even use hydration packs. Didn't see one, so I never take mine when I go to an international festival. Since these stages are clubs, again, I've already explained this in my venue tour, you have to get your bag checked every single time that you come in. And when you're leaving, if you have a drink in your hand, they're gonna make you drink it. Now, if you put your water bottle in your backpack, they're not gonna search you leaving, but if you come in with a drink, you can't come in with it. So I had to buy water like 5 times a day there because I couldn't just keep the water. Even if I did buy it, like I would have to either finish it in the venue or finish it before going into a venue. So the water situation was the biggest pain in the ass to me. And the first day that I went, I didn't know the water situation. So I did take my refillable water bottle, and at most clubs, they didn't care that I had it, but one of them that made me hold it at the front, thankfully I was able to get it back because it was my Groove Cruise water bottle. I didn't even take it after that because I knew I had to buy water there every single day. So that was kind of annoying. And then just having to get like your bag checked every single time you go into a venue. It's not like when you go into a regular music festival venue, they check it upon entry one time, but you're going in and out of these stages / clubs. So you have to have your bag checked every single time. So it was just kind of annoying. Like it is what it is. That was my biggest dislike, the water situation and having to get my shit checked every single time. I'm not doing anything bad, so I don't have anything bad, but it's just annoying. The likes, what did I like about this festival? Everything except the water. I loved this festival so much. Number one, obviously the music, because I'm a house and techno girly. I loved this lineup. I loved seeing some of my favorite artists. I loved hearing the recommendations that came through. I loved staying out till sunrise next to the beach side. Absolutely amazing. Loved it so much. And it was just a unique festival experience. I've never done 5 days of a music festival. It was just unlike anything that I've ever experienced before. And also this venue was just really cool because people were bungee jumping. So seeing people bungee jump, my friend Paulina bungee jumped, go bestie. That's in my vlog if you want to see that. Just being there at this venue, it was nice. Like not only could you hear the music and be inside the stages, but you could watch people bungee jump, or you can go chill at different areas. And it was just cool. So overall, like I loved damn near everything about this festival. The music, the stages, the production, being waterside, the venue, just all of it. The question of the hour, do I recommend Sonus Music Festival in Croatia to you? I think you could tell by the video what my answer is gonna be, but absolutely yes, hands down, 10 out of 10 recommend, especially if you like house and techno music and you like traveling the world. I am the traveling raver. I am dancing across the globe, one festival at a time. And it was amazing to add another country and another global festival to my list of conquests. Like I loved it. Like I said, I've been dreaming about this festival since 2022, and I'm glad that I finally made it happen. No notes, as my friend Paulina would say, just you gotta go. If you're a house and techno fan, love traveling, absolutely go. I've already made a whole series about this festival, how much it cost, the vlog, the venue tours, where I stayed, everything to give you a full understanding and in-depth view of what it is to attend Sonus. So I think after especially this video and watching my whole playlist of videos, then you for sure will want to go, and I have provided everything for you to prepare for when it's your turn to attend Sonus. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.